Cam Newton believes Patriots gig and last Panthers stint weren't accurate displays of what he still has to offer. Now, for our viewers out there that don't know, Cam Newton was recently on an episode of The Pivot where, he was telling everybody, hey, the Patriots, they didn't give me a shot that I liked or the shot I wanted. He said the Panthers signed me on Thursday, had me play on Sunday. He was like, that ain't enough time to be prepared for no game. And he pretty much that's pretty much how he went about it. But I would say he has a point. He has a point. He has a point. You want, the signal caller of the offense to learn a whole offense within you get there Thursday, so you got roughly 2 days to learn a whole new system after coming from another system. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
If anything,
it's the same system. He just went to Carolina.
Yeah,
is it the same? I know I'm from the
no,
Patriots.
Matt Rule's the coach down there. Who was the coach? Was Matt Rule the coach?
Ron
He
Rivera.
was like the coach right before he left or something, right?
Ron Rivera was the coach.
When Cam left his last year. Okay, so yeah, it was all new systems for him, and he was coming in weeks before the season started. Like, so yeah, I agree with that.
After the season started.
Well, yeah,
When he went to Carolina, you gotta think that was like mid-season.
Right, but I'm talking about the Panthers one or the Patriots one. He came in like a couple weeks before the season started.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
And then
but why take the job then though? Like if you weren't ready.
I mean, let's be honest.
Everyone else was out on him.
You gotta take what you can get.
It's the only job there was.
I mean, okay. The fact that you said that, you say you got to take what you can get, but I mean, why are you complaining about the situation that you were in? I mean, you may have underperformed, but at the end of the day, I mean, you were given opportunities though.
Yeah, he's not complaining. He's saying those don't represent what I have to offer. Like because of the situation, I wasn't able to live up to what I'm actually capable of. But I promise you, if I get into a system and I know the system and I learn it and I know my receivers, I can still play at a high level, and I'm still a starter in this league.
I believe that. I can believe that. Yeah, if he could go in early, like something like this, like minicamp, OTAs or whatever, and then get to know his receivers and stuff like that. I mean, I do believe that Cam can definitely still be at least possibly a top 10, maybe top 15 quarterback in the league. But I mean, like you said, who's going to actually take the chance on him now? Like it's just give him that opportunity. So yeah. I
think it's a tough pill to swallow. I think for most quarterbacks, you go from MVP, leading the team to the Super Bowl, to now battling, none against Mac Jones, but you got to battle Mac Jones for a QB spot. So it's a tough pill to swallow. Just think about it. Everywhere he had went after leaving Florida, he had won. Junior college, Auburn, then you go to the NFL, take the league by storm. I think he got like the most passing yards in the first 5 games of a rookie season or something crazy. Mm-hmm. So, he's always been that guy. And then for you to go from that guy to now it's like, hey, go ahead. Hey, we know it's Thursday, but we need you to play Sunday. Yeah. Can you do that for us?
I get what you're saying, but honestly, let's be real. Cam Newton hasn't really been that guy since his MVP season, though. Like, I mean,
That's true.
He's
better than most of these quarterbacks.
I mean, yes, he is. He definitely is. But I'm just saying, it's just like I feel like with Cam right now, I feel like he's just doing too much talking instead of actually putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got a point.
I just feel like he's doing a little bit too much talking though. Like if you really want to try to get on one of these teams, bro, like these NFL teams really don't like that. I know that I get it. That's Cam Newton. That's who he is. But you know how the NFL is, bro. Like you have to put on this image if you want to get into one of these teams, though. Honestly, and then you can go back to being Cam Newton. But I hate to say it, but you have to put on one of this NFL image if you want to be on the NFL team.
Yeah, so I partially disagree, but I get what you're saying. Like, so I do think he puts in the work, but I also think at the same time, like, he's never been by today's standards an accurate passer, right?
My bad. I don't mean to put you off. And when I say put in the work, I don't mean he's not actually putting in work. I'm just saying, when I say that, I'm just saying like he's probably working out, but I just don't feel like he's actually trying to do what the exact means to try to get back into the NFL. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, and like that team, that Patriots team, I don't think is a 7-9. I think 7-9 was overperforming for that season. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fact that team and I think he was 7-7. I think they lost 2 games he didn't play or something like that. But like the fact that he went 7-7, 7-8 with that team, I thought was overperforming. And by the way, he doesn't get credit for also leading the league in rushing touchdowns that season. Like when you take his touchdown to interception or touchdown to turnover ratio, it was top 15 in the league. Right now, because you look at his touchdowns and it was like 9 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. But if you add his 12 rushing touchdowns, boom, now he's 21-12. That puts him up in what Phillip Rivers was doing that year. That puts him up in like territory with other top 15 guys. So you can't just walk away. He's never been an accurate passer. Matter of fact, that 4,000-yard season that Nico referenced as a rookie, he never matched that again. He never hit 4,000 yards again. So,
well, I think that can also be due to him taking QB sneaks up the middle. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. You're taking a beating. Let's just be honest.
True, and that's where you get into that territory of did the NFL protect him like they protected other quarterbacks? Because
of course not. Did you see that Super Bowl?
Right, because here's the thing: if you said, "Well, he took that hit when he was out in the flats, 5 yards downfield," fair game. But he is taking shots in the pocket, that late hits in the pocket that no other quarterback in the league is ever taking, and yet the NFL.
Well, I can't say that because I saw Big Ben take a couple. He took.
No, Big Ben gets his calls though. Big Ben gets his calls.
He does.
And so I'm not going to go there. But anyway, that's a long debate for another day. I don't think there's ever been
Browns. I am just saying.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a quarterback disrespected like Cam in a long time.
That's what I was going to get to that point though. I was going to say, do you think that's what's scaring away NFL players just because of his style of the way his style of being a QB, I should say, you know what I'm saying, being more of a runner.
Yeah, he's tough to coach, man. He's tough to coach. Like if you have Lamar Jackson and this is how we're playing, fine. But like if Cam is not the future of the team,
I think that could be why the Ravens haven't signed him. Because he takes a lot of punishment.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if you say this guy's our future, we are game planning for this guy, then that's fine. You can change your whole game style to fit Lamar Jackson. But if you're not bringing Cam Newton in to say this is the face of our future, do you change your entire game plan for 1 year, for 8 games, for 12 games? And that's why a lot of guys are out on him, because his style of play isn't even burn the guy on the outside like Mike Vick and Lamar Jackson. It's run over your linebacker up the middle, and it's different. It's very hard to coach. So I think Cam still has something to offer. I believe he's still better than 31 other quarterbacks in this league. So yes, I believe he is a starter. But where does he start? What do you start for the Giants? Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to dog his career, but I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's competing for a top 10 job right now. And that's not a shot at him. He's put in enough work where he doesn't have to, but, so yeah, a team could take him, but like, for what?
We might need him in Cleveland right now.
No, y'all gonna keep Baker.
Hey, he's a ticket seller, man. He sells tickets, though. even now.
That's definitely not
hey, John, but what don't know? Their guys.
That's just like one of us trying to get back with one of our exes right now. That's just not gonna happen.